So what's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Every animal on the farm has a purpose. Some of them, like the one I'm going to talk to you about today, have multiple purposes and can help in a lot of different ways to improve the lives of all the different animals on the farm. And the one that we're going to talk about today is the pigs. The pigs, we've had them now for 5 months or so, I believe. Yeah, sounds about, no, longer than that. I think 6 months. And they're getting really close to where it's time for them to leave the farm. And they've gotten much bigger since you saw them last. The problem is now is that they're hungry and they ran out of food yesterday. So we're gonna feed them and we're gonna talk about them and everything they're doing for us. Huh, guys? Back up, no. No, back up. No. There we go. There you go, guys. There we go. Alright, so let me explain to you where the pigs are at. Because they haven't always been here, but we moved them on here for a very specific reason. We're right near our barn, or in our corrals, one of the sections of our corrals. And in the wintertime, we fed the cows hay in here. We fed them here, on the other side, and kind of moved them around just in the different corrals. One of the problems is when we feed them hay in here, we do it on a deep bedding system, to where we just take their hay and put it on top of the other hay, and it builds up and it mixes with their manure, and it'll eventually compost down. See, right here is a spot that when the bottom of the hay bales go on top of, you know, the new manure, they don't really eat that, and then it gets really compact and hard. But you take the pigs and you put them to work, and they come and root this all up, and they aerate it, and they make this amazing compost mixture that is just ready to be grown in. I mean, you smell this. Look, I'm gonna go smell. This is a mixture of, oh, it smells great. It's a mixture of hay, cow manure, and some pig manure. And you know what, I'm over here telling you, it smells great. It smells like pine soil. It's fantastic. What are we gonna do with this stuff? Well, these pigs are they're about 2.5 weeks away from going to freezer camp. Okay, so they're going to freezer camp. Then I'm gonna come in here with the tractor. I'm gonna scoop all this out, and we're gonna spread this amazing compost out onto our fields. Now, some people might say, oh, you know, that's so much impact in one area. You know, you're gonna completely destroy all the soil in this area. No, we're building thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds that we're gonna go spread out on our pastures, and basically just go paint a green, go with like a green paintbrush and paint it. Now, the pigs on this is one of the healthiest things for them to be on, because there's all kinds of microbes and bugs, and you know, there's literal feet of soil that I'm standing on now, and haven't had to worm them, haven't had to do anything with them. And they're over here, just a bunch of happy pigs in some mud. And like, we don't have a covering. Eventually I want to have a covering. We have the trees that kind of protect them from the sun, which is important for them. But when it rains, they get in here and they'll make wallows for themselves. I'll come in here, and the pink one I can't tell the pink one from the dark one there, because they're covered in mud. And literally, there's nothing happier than a pig in mud. And it's been getting up to close to 100 degrees now here in Texas. And I'll come out here. Over here it's a lot cooler because the compost holds a lot more moisture, and they're able to go kind of shimmy down and get into the compost and stay super cool. I'm like, wow, it's actually pretty nice. So what's gonna happen when we take all this compost and spread it on the fields? Now, the other side of the corrals, the pigs haven't been in. Nothing's been in. I closed it off just to see what will actually grow up. Let's go check it out. You guys have to see this. This is insane. Look at this. This is the jungle. All this in here is compost. I'll probably let the cows in here to where they can eat this down, but imagine a pasture that looks like this. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is insane. Look, these plants, oh, wow, are almost as tall as I am. Here, look at this. I'm 6'3". This is a 6-foot plant. This is 6 foot, and I think switchgrass. I think this is switchgrass. This is one of the best plants. This is one of the best grasses that the cows can eat. It's one of the big 4, and it's growing like crazy. So look, all this is growing, and okay, here's a little bare spot here. Okay, it's all growing in this amazing compost. Look at this, all crazy. Now here's what I was talking about. See, it gets sometimes packed down a little bit too much. I might actually try and get the pigs over here to where, see, it gets, there's a lot. I mean, it's still compost, it's still good. It's still actually really good, but it gets a little bit thick because you can see the drop off. I mean, that's a good 2 feet. I ended up not being able to close the corral gates because I couldn't get in here anymore without it falling. Look, but look at this jungle. And if we can get the entire pasture looking like this, oh my gosh, we're gonna have some happy cows, happy llamas, and a happy Ryan here. So this is what we want. This is what, it's hard to walk in because I actually sink down a little bit. This right here is incredible, and it goes all throughout here. And this has actually been a year and a half. And look at all the different species. Look, switchgrass. I don't know what that is, but I know the cows love it. There's a lot of coastal in here. Here's some, I want to say Bahia, I'm not sure. It looks different. This is a different kind. I don't know what that is offhand, but I can tell it's a good one. And yeah, if we can have our entire pasture looking like this, that'd be fantastic. And it really is pretty amazing about how much just biomass is growing in here. This is, I mean, it's nuts. This is what I wish every one of our fields look like. So when you hear Joel Salatin and other people talk about his Pigerator pork, it works. It works. It grows grass like crazy. It serves multiple purposes. The pigs have a great place to live. They're happier they can be. Okay? The pigs are healthy as can be because they're on tons and tons of compost. Me, I don't have to come in here with a pitchfork like I did a little bit last year and kill myself trying to turn this compost, because it goes from anaerobic, where it's all squished down because the cows are stomping and all the air out, to aerobic, where the pigs go and fluff it all up, and it makes the compost a lot faster. Then at the end of the day, well, at the end of their time, we get to bring home the bacon, and we're gonna have some pork for sale very soon. So be on the lookout for that too. So if you haven't been able to tell, I am very pleased with this system. Eventually, would I like to have a true covering? Probably. The trees are doing good, the pigs don't mind. And would I do pigs again? Yes, absolutely, 100% I would. Now, if I were to get pigs right now, it depend on their size. Would I put them back in here? Maybe for a little bit, and then train them to electric fence, and then go put them in the forest that we have across the street, and have them go start clearing land there for you know, turning the forest into pasture a little bit more. That way the cows have more grass to eat. But in the wintertime, where would I put them? Well, in the wintertime, they'd probably go back in here. Or I'd rotate between the cows, have a hay bale on this side for however long it takes them, probably 2 hay bales per week. Come let them eat down their hay, then put the hay over there, bring the pigs in, fluff it up, and just kind of go back and forth, which might probably end up be what I do. Will I get pigs right away? I don't know. We'll see how fast these sell. That's the cool part. This is where the fun begins, and this is where we start, you know, turn this farm into a business. And the first ones up are going to be the pigs, and then a few weeks later is going to be the first steers. So we're getting started. We're getting started.
You have a pig.